Gurave Namaha. Jai Śrī Caitanya Prabhu Nityaṁ, Śrī Advaita-Gadadhar Śrīvasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you for joining. So we are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam for the onward journey of my Mamaji Shri Rajkumar Gandhi, who was a very, very noble soul, very, very instrumental in building ISKCON Faridabad temple, and always very, very kind and generous to each and every person. So let's read Bhagavad Gita so Lord Krishna can consider our prayers and help him in his spiritual onward journey at the lotus feet of Sri Hari, Sri Radha Shyam Sundar. We will read chapter 7. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram. You are able to see my screen. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Sakta Manah Partha Yogam Yunjan Madashrayah Asanshayam Samagram Mam Yathagyasasi Tatshrinu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt. Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshyami asheshatah yagyatva neha bhuyonyaj gyatavyam avashishyate." I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and numinous. This being known, nothing further shall remain for you to know. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvataha. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Bhumirapo nalo vayu khammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yam me bhinna prakritir ashtada. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Altogether, these 8 constitute my separated material energies. Apareyam itastav anyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho yayedam dharayate jagat. Besides these, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mine which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature. Etad yonini bhutani sarvani ti upadharaya aham kritstasya jagataha prabhava pralayas tatha. All created beings have their sources in these 2 natures, of all that is material and all that is spiritual in this world. Know for certain that I am both the origin and the dissolution. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre mani ganaiva. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. Rasoham apasukanteya prabhasmi shashishuryayo pranava sarva vedeshu shabdakhe paurusham rishu. O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in the ether and the ability in man. Punyo Gandha Prithivim Cha Tejaschasmi Vibhavasau Jivanam Sarva Bhuteshu Tapaschasmi Tapasvishu. I am the original fragrance of earth, and I am the heat in the fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all the ascetics. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhi matam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. O son of Pritha, know that I am the original seed of all existences, the intelligence of the intelligent, and the prowess of all powerful men. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Yes, people, Prabhu, you want to read?
Hare Kṛṣṇa devotees, Dhamma Pranam, all goes to Śrīla Prabhupada. Text 80:11. Balang bala batang chaham kamorago vivarjitam dharma aviruddha bhuteshu kamo osmi bharata sarva. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. I am sex life which is not contrary to religious principles, O Lord of the Bharatas. Arjuna. Text 12. Je chaiva sattvika bhava rajasas tamasasya je matto evititam viddhi nataham teshu te moi. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion, or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they, on the contrary, are within me. Text 13. Tribhuro guno moyo bhavoi ebi sarvamidam jagat mohitang na abhijanati mamebhyo param abhayam. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. Text 14. Doibihi esha gunomoyi mama maya durattaya mame boje prapoddante maya metang tarantite. This divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Text 15. Namang duskritino mura prapoddante naradhama maya aporito jnana ashrang bhavang ashrita. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Text 16. Choturbeda bhajante mang jana sukritana orjuno arto jigyasya artharti jnanicho bharata sarva. O best among the Bharatas, four kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the dredger of wealth, and inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the absolute. Text 17. Teshangani nitya yukto eko bhaktir vishishyate priyo hi ganina arthartham aham sacha mamu priyo. Of this, the one who is in full knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best. For I am very dear to him and he is dear to me. Udara sarva eva ite jnanito attva me matam astito sahi juktata mameva anuttamam gotim. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal. Bonang janmanam namante janamang prapoddate Vasudevo Sarvamiti Samahata Sudullavo. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. Text 20. Kamostoyoste rito jnana prapodante anna devata tang niyamam asthai prakrita niyota shaya. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own nature. Hare Krishna. Dhammapada.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, Siddhi, Prabhu. You want to read? Sankirtan, Prabhu. Want to read? Yeah, iPhone. Oh, it's iPhone. Sorry, I don't know.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, iPhone. Mataji, please. Sorry, I don't know.
Yes, Prabhu, this is Varsha.
Oh, please, Mataji. You can just read.
Okay. Dhanyavad. Yo yam tanubhaktah shraddhaya chitumachati tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidadhamyaham. I am in everyone's heart as the super soul. As soon as one desires to worship some demigod, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. Sataya shraddhaya yuktasya radhanamihate labhate cha tatah kaman mayev vihitan hitan. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtains his desires. But in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavatyalpam medhasam devan devayo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. Avyaktam vyakti mapannam manyante mama buddhayah param bhavam ajananto mamavyaya manuttamam. Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavritah mudhoyam na bhijananti loko mama jamavyayam. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu veda nakaschana. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me no one knows. Ichha dvesha samuttena dvandva mohena bharata sarvabhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. O sign of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all the living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arisen from desire and hate. Yesham tvan gatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridvrataha. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated are freed from the dualities of delusion and they engage themselves in my service with determination. Jaramarani maranamokshaya mamashritya yatanti ye te brahma tadviduh prasannamadhyatmam karma chakhilam. Intelligent persons who are endeavoring for liberation from old age and death take refuge in me in devotional service. They are actually Brahman because they entirely know everything about transcendental activities. Sadhibhutaditaivam mam sadhiyagyam cha ye viduhu prayanakale api cha mam te viduryukta chetasaha. Those in full consciousness of me who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of the material manifestation of the demigods and of all methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, we'll move on to the 8th chapter now, entitled Attaining the Supreme. Yes. Supreme Sankirtan Prabhu, you wanted to read?
So, Hare Kṛṣṇa Guru, Hare Kṛṣṇa devotees, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Śrīla Prabhupada. Arjuna uvacha, kim tad brahma, kim adhyatmam, kim karma purushattama, adhi bhutam cha kim proktam, adhi dhaivam kim uchyate. Translation. Arjuna inquired, O my Lord, O Supreme Person, what is Brahman? What is the self? What are fruitive activities? What is this material manifestation? And what are the demigods? Please explain this to me. Adi jagna katham ko atra dehe osmin madhusudhana prayana kale cha katham gyaya oshi niyat atmabhi. Translation. Who is the Lord of sacrifice? And how does he live in the body? O Madhusudan. And how can those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of death? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Shabhava Adhyatmam Uchyate Bhuto Bhabad Bhavakaro Visharga Karma Samagnita. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the indestructible transcendental living entity is called Brahman, and his eternal nature is called Adhyatma, the self. Action pertaining to the development of the material bodies of the living entities is called karma or fruitive activities. Adhibhutam kshara bhava purushascha adi daivatam adi jagna aham evatra dehe deha bhritam bhara. Translation. O best of the embodied beings, the physical nature, which is constantly changing, is called Adi Bhuta, the material manifestation. The universal form of the Lord, which includes all the demigods, like those of the sun and moon, is called Adi Daiva. And I, the Supreme Lord, represented as the super soul in the heart of every embodied being, am called Adi Jagna, the Lord of sacrifice. Antakale chamam eva smaran mukta kale barang japrayati sat samad bhavam jati nasti atra samshaya. Translation. And whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Jam jamba pishmaran bhavam tejati ante kalebaram tam tam ivaiti konteya shadatad bhava bhavita. Translation. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. Tashmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anushmara juddhayacha mai arpita manobuddhir mam evasyashi asamshaya. Translation. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna, and at the same time carry out your prescribed duty of fighting with your activities dedicated to me, and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetoshananya gamina paramam purusham divyam jyoti partha anuchintayam. Translation: he who meditates on me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, he, O Partha, is sure to reach me. Kobim Puranam Anushashitaram honor Anyamsham Anushmaredja Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varanam Tamasha Parastat. Translation: one should meditate upon the Supreme Person as the one who knows everything, as he who is the oldest, who is the controller, who is smaller than the smallest, who is the maintainer of everything, who is beyond all material conception, who is inconceivable, and who is always a person. He is luminous like the sun, and he is transcendental beyond this material nature. Prayano kale manusha chalena bhakta yukta yoga balena chaiva brubhar madhye pranam abhishya samyak shatam param purusham upaiti divyam. Translation: one who at the time of death fixes his life here between the eyebrows, and by the strength of yoga, with an undeviated mind, engages himself in remembering the Supreme Lord in full devotion, will certainly attain to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Devika Mataji, you want to read? Vaswati Mataji, you want to read?
Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All great Krishna Prabhupada. Yad Akhtar. Mataji, you want to read? I can read the next one.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, Mataji. Prabhuji, my sincere condolences to you, Mataji. Yat aksharam veda video vedanti vishanti yat yatayo vitaraga yat ichantu brahmacharyam charanti tatti padam sangrahena pravakshaye. Translation. Please scroll, Prabhuji. Persons who are learned in the Vedas, who utter Omkar, and who are great sages in the renounced order, enter into Brahman. Desiring such perfection, one practices celibacy. And I shall now briefly explain to you this process by which one may attain salvation. Sarvadvarani sayamya manu. Sarvadvarani sayamyamya mano hiti nirudhiyacha murgiya adhayat mana pranam astita yoga taranam. Translation. Please go, Prabhuji. The yogic situation is that of detachment from all sensual engagements, closing all the doors of the senses and fixing the mind on the heart and the life air at the top of the head. One establishes himself in yoga. Om iti ekaksharam brahma vyaharan mam anusmaran ya prayati tyajan deham ya sayati paramam gatim. Translation. After being situated in this yoga practice and vibrating the sacred syllable Om, The supreme combination of letters, if one thinks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and quits his body, he will certainly reach the spiritual planets. Anyanya cheta sadatam yo mam smarati nityasaha tasyaham sulabha patha nitya yuktasya yoginaha. Translation. For one who always remembers without deviation, for one who always remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, O son of Pritha, because of his constant engagement in devotional service. Mam upetya punarjanma dukhalayam ashwashatam nava nuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gata. Translation. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. Brahma bhuvana loka punar avartinarjuna mam upetya tu kanteya punar janmana vidyati. Translation. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. Sahasra yuga paryantam aharyat brahmano vidu ratrim yuga sahasrantam teghoratra vido janaha. By human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together form the duration of Brahma's one day, and such also is the duration of his night. Avyakta vyaktaya sarva prabhavanti ahar agami ratri agami praniyante tatreva yakyata samajnake. At the beginning of Brahma's day, all living entities become manifest from the unmanifest state, and thereafter, when the night falls, they are merged into the unmanifest again. Buddha gramaha sa evayam budva pradiyati rati agame vasapatha pravavati ahar agame. Again and again, when Brahma's day arrives, all living entities come into being, and with the arrival of Brahma's night, they are helplessly annihilated. Parastasmatu bhavunyo vyakto vyaktat sanatanaha yasa sarveshu bhuteshu vinashyastu na vinashyati. Yet there is another unmanifest nature, which is eternal and is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme and is never annihilated. When all in this world is annihilated, that part remains as it is.
Thank you so much, Tachi.
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Prabhu. I can read next text 21. Shri Prabhupada. Abhyakta kshara iti yuktash tam ahu paramam gatim yam prapyana nivartante tadhama paramam mama. That which the Vedantists describe as unmanifest and infallible, that which is known as the supreme destination, that place from which having attained it, one never returns. That is my supreme abode. Text 22. Purushasha paraha partha bhaktya labhyastva anannayaya yasyantaha sthani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is greater than all, is attainable by unalloyed devotion. Although he is present in his abode, he is all-pervading and everything is situated within him. Text 23. Yatra kaletva anabhrityam abhrityam chaiva yoginaha prayata yanti tam kalam bhakshayami bharatarsava. O best of the Bharatas, I shall now explain to you the different times at which, passing away from this world, the yogi does or does not come back. Text 24. Agnir yotir aha suklaha sanmasa uttarayanam tatra prayata gacchanti brahma vido janaha. Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain that Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery god in the light at an auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, or during the 6 months when the sun travels in the north. Text 25. Dhumaratris tatha Krishnaha sanmasa dakshinayanam tatra chandramasham yotir yogi prapya nivartate. The mystic who passes away from this world during the smoke, the night, the fortnight of the waning moon, or the 6 months when the sun passes to the south, reaches the moon planet, but again comes back. 26. Shukla Krishne gatihi ete jagata sasvate mate ekaya yati anabhrityam annayaya vartate punaha. According to Vedic opinion, there are 2 ways of passing from this world, one in light and one in darkness. When one passes in light, he does not come back, but when one passes in darkness, he returns. Text 27. Naite stri partha janan yogi mujjati kashana tasmat sarvesu kalesu yoga yukto vavarjuna. Although the devotees know these 2 paths, O Arjuna, they are never bewildered. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion. Text 28. Vedesu yagneshu tapahashu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam atyati tat sarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upayati chadyam. A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all this, and at the end, he reaches the supreme eternal abode.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So now we move to the 9th chapter entitled The Most Confidential Knowledge. These 2 are the middle chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Is Renuka Mataji want to read?
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Prabhuji. Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mata.
Okay. Shri Bhagavan Vacha idam tute guhyatamam pravakshami anasuyave gnanam vignana sahitam vignatva mokshase shubhat. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this knowledge and realization.
knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence. I can't hear you, Prabhuji.
No, you don't have to hear me. You have to read.
Okay.
I am also reading, but I'm on
Okay,
mute.
sorry, Prabhuji. Text 2. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshaavagamam Dharmyam Susukam Kartumavyayam. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is a perfection of religion, it is everlasting, and it is joyfully performed. Text 6. Text 3. Ashiddhadhana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vatmani. Those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemy. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. Text 4. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina matstani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Next slide. Mrichannatstani bhutani pashyame yogam aishwaram bhuta bhrunna cha bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence, although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation, for myself is the very source of creation. Text 6. Yatakashasthito nityam vayu sarvatra gomahan tata sarvani bhutani matstani nityupadharaya. Understand that as a mighty wind blowing everywhere, rest always in the sky, all created beings rest in me. Text 7. Sarva bhutani kaunteya prakritin yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punasthani kalpadho vishrujamyaham. O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. Text 8. Prakritim swam avasthabhya vishrujami punah punah bhutagramam imam krishnam avasham prakruter vashat. The whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again. And under my will, it is annihilated at the end. Text 9. Nachamam tani karmani vibadhanti dhananjaya udhasinavat ashinam asaktam teshu karmasu. O Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these natural activities, seated as though neutral. Text 10. Maya dhikshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Yes, Surya Mataji, you want to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, all greetings to Srila Prabhu. Text 11. Abhajananti mangmura manushing tanum asritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta mahesharam. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. Mogha shamogha karmana mugho gyana pichetasha rakhoshim ashuring chaiva prokiting mohining sritam. Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demonic and aesthetic view. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation Their fruitive activities and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. Mahattano sutumang partho doibing prakritim asrita bhajanti ananya manosha yatta bhutadim abhayam. O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Shatatam kirtayantamang jatantascha dhirabrata namasyantascha mang bhakta nityayukta upashate. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, this great soul perpetually worship me with devotion. Jnana yagyena chapi anne jajantamam upashate ekattena prithaktena bahuda vishyato mukham. Others who engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge worship the Supreme Lord as one without a second, as diverse in many and in the universal form. Ahum kraturahum yaggo sadha aham maushadham mantra ahum me bhajam ahum ogni rahum hutam. But it is I who am the ritual, I the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestors, the healing herb, the transcendental chant. I am the butter and the fire and the offering. Pita ahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha beddang pavitram onkar riksham joju revacha. I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also the Rik, the Sam, and the Yajur Vedas. Gati Bharta Prabhu Shakhi Nibasha Sharanang Shurit Prabhava Pralaya Sthanang Nidhanang Bijam Abbayam. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the board, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed. Tapapmi ahum mahum varshang nikrinami utsrijami cha amritang chaiva mrituscha shat-shat-chaham Arjuna. O Arjuna, I give heat and I withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality. I am also death personified. Both spirit and matter are in me. Traividya mangshamo paputo papa jaggoirishta shargoting prarthayante te punnam asadda surendra lokam ashnanti dibban dibi deva bhogan. Those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Yes, Ekant Prabhu, you want to read?
Hare Krishna, everyone. Tetam bhuktva svargalokam vishalam kshene punyamartha lokam vishanti evam tri dharmam anuprapanna gata gatam kama kama labante. Translation: When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasures and the result of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyments by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. Ananyaschinto mam yejana parayutpate tesham nitya abhiyukthanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditate on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Yepya anya devata bhakta yajante shraddha yavanvitaha te api mam eva kaunteya yajantya avidhi purvakam. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhukta cha prabhur evacha natu mam abhijayanti tatvayantascha chayavantite.
Calling me doggy.
I'm only the enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. Yanti deva vrata devan pitran yanti pitir vartaha bhutani yanti bhuteya yanti mad yajno api mam. Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhaktya upahartam asya nami prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Yat karosi yat asnasi yajjunosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tad kurushva mad aparnam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Shubha falair evam mokshasyasi karma bandhanai sanyasa yoga yuktan mam vimukto mam upaisyasi. In this way, you will be freed from the bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious result. With your mind fixed on me in the principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. 2 minutes, okay? Samoham sarva bhuteshu nami devi devesho sthiti na priya ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite chapya aham. Chakri ka should na. If I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend of him. Apichesetsu duracharo bhajanti mam ananya bhakt sadaur eva sa manatyaham samyag vyavasito hi saha. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he engaged in devotion service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I think this chapter has just 3 more verses left. So if anyone wants to read those 4 verses.
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Prabhuji. Dandot Pranam. I would
Yes,
like
ma'am.
to, Prabhuji. Text 31. Tripam bhavati dharmatma svach chantim nigaschati kaunteya pratijanihi na me bhakta prayaschate. Translation. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it bodily that my devotee never perishes. Hare Krishna. Text 32. Mahi mam hi parthabhyapashritya yaspi suyu papayonayam striyo vaishyastha sudrasthespi yanti param gatim. O son of Partha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishya merchants, or Sudras workers, can attain the supreme destination. Text 33. Kim purnar brahmanam punya bhakta raja shrayas tatha anitya masukham loka mimam prapya bhajasva mam. How much more this is so of the righteous brahmanas, the devotees, and the saintly kings, therefore having come to this temporary miserable world, engage in loving service unto me. Text 34. Manana bhava madbhakto madhaji mam namaskuru mame vaisyasi yuktavai vamatmanam matparayanam. Translation. Engage your mind always in thanking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for reading. Now we move to the chapter 10, entitled The Opulence of the Absolute. Yes, Sudhir Prabhu, you want to read?
Yeah, sure, Prabhu. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandot Pranam, Apostol Śrīla Prabhupada. Text number 1. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Bhuya Eva Mahabaho Shrunme Paramam Vacha Yatteham Paryamanaya Vakshami Hitakamyaya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, listen again, O my Nityaṁ Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. For your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. Name vidu suragana prabhavamna Maharshaya aham adirhi devanam maharsinam cha sarvasha. Neither the hosts of demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulence, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and sages. Yomam ajam anadim cha veti loka maheshwaram asammuda samarteshu sarva papa pramuchyate. He who knows me as the unborn, as the beginless, as the supreme Lord of all the worlds, he only undiluted among men, he is freed from all sins. Buddhirgnanam asammoha shama satyam damasama sukha dukkam bhavo bhavo bahyam chabhyam evacha ahimsa samatatustes tapodanam yasho yasha bhavanti bhava bhutanam matta eva paragvidha. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. Maharshaya saptaparu purve chatvaro manavastata madbhava manasajata esam loka imam praja. The seven great sages, and before them the four other great sages and the manus, progenitors of mankind, come from me, born from my mind, and all the living beings populating the various planets descend from me. Evam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tattvataha so avikalpena yogena yujyate natra samshaya. One who is factually convinced of the opulence and mystic power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Matchitta matkata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantastamam nityam dushyanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted in my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogantam yena mam upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they come to me. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Anyone who is left out and wants to read, when who is not yet read, first we'll give the chance to them. If you are not read and you want to read. So Shilpa Mataji and Vijaya Mataji want to tag team and read?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Text 11. Tesameva anukampa partha maha gnanajam tamaha nasyam yam atmabhavastho gnanadipena bhasvata.
Translation: to show them special mercy, I dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Arjuna Vacha.
Param Brahma Param Dhamam Pavitram Param Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum Ahut Swam Rushyaya Sarve Devarshi Narada Tatha Ashito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Cha Eva Brabhisi Me.
Translation. Arjuna said, "You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate Ado, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa confirm this truth about you, and now yourself are declaring it to me." Hare Krishna.
Sarvam etam dhrutam manye yanmam vadashi keshava nahi te bhagwan vyaktim vedu devana danavaha.
Translation. O Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, O Lord, can understand your personality. Hare Krishna.
Swayam me atma atmanam vethastam purushotam bhuta bhavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate.
Translation. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe. Hare Krishna.
Vaktum maharsya sheshena divya hyatam vibhutayah yabhi vibhuti viloka nimastvam vyapya tishthashi.
Translation. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. Hare Krishna.
Katham divyaham yogi tvam sada parichintayan keshu keshu cha bhaveshu chityoshi bhagavan maya.
Translation. O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you, and how shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered, O Supreme Personality of Godhead? Hare Krishna.
Vistarena atmana yogam vibhutim cha janardana bhuya kathaya truptirhi sunavato nasti me amrutam.
Translation. O Janardana, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I'm never satiated in hearing about you, for the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. Hare Krishna.
Sri Bhagavan Vacha Hanta te kathayishyami divya hyatam vibhutayah pradhanyatah kuru shrestha nastayanto vistarasya shame.
Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless." Hare Krishna.
Aham atma gudakesha sarva bhutasaya sthitah aham adischa madhyam cha bhutanatmanta evacha.
Translation. I am the super soul, O Arjuna, seated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and the ending, the end of all beings. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Krishna. Thank you so much, Vijay Mataji and Shilpa Mataji. Anyone else left out, or any other, like your family member, husband, wife, children, want to read? Can read also. Okay. Miss Varsha Mataji wanted to read, I guess.
Yes, Jay. Dandavat pranams. All glories to Srila Prabhu. Adityanamaham Vishnur Jyotisha Raviram Shuman Marichirmarutasmin Tamasmi Nakshatranamaham Shashi. Of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of lights, I am the radiant sun. Of the Maruts, I am Marichi. And among the stars, I am the moon. Vedanam Samavedo Asmi, Devanam Asmi Vasavah, Indriyanam Manaschasmi, Bhutanam Asmi Chetana. Of the Vedas, I am the Samved. Of the demigods, I am Indra, the king of the heaven. Of the senses, I am the mind. And in the living beings, I am the living force, consciousness. Rudranam Shankarashasmi, Vittesho Yaksharakshasam, Vasunam Pavakaschasmi, Meruhu Shikharinam Maham. Of all the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the Lord of wealth, Kuvera. Of the Vasus, I am fire, Agni. And of the mountains, I am Meru. Purodhasam cha mukhyam mam vidhi partha brahaspatim senani namaham skandah sarasamasmi sagaraha. Of the priests, O Arjuna, know me to be the chief Brahaspati. Of generals, I am Kartikeya. And of bodies of water, I am the ocean. Maharshinam Raguraham Giramasmeya Kamaksharam Yagyanam Japayagyosmi Stavaranam Himalayah. Of the great sages, I am Bhrigu. Of vibrations, I am the transcendental Om. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names, Japa. And of immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Ashwatha Sarva Vrakshanam Devarshinam cha Naradah Gandharvanam Chitrarathah Siddhanam Kapilo Munihi. Of all trees, I am the banyan tree, and of the sages among the demigods, I am Narada. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitraratha, and among the perfected beings, I am the sage Kapila. Uchai Shravaha Samashvanam Vidhi Mamamritodbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam cha Naradhipam. Of horses, know me to be Uchai Shrava, produced during the churning of the ocean of nectar. Of lordly elephants, I am Airavata, and among men, I am the monarch. Ayuddhanamaham Vrajam, Dhenu Namasmi Kamadhuk, Prajanashchasmi Kandarpa, Sarpanamasmi Vasukihi. Of weapons, I am the thunderbolt. Among the cows, I am the Surabhi. Of causes for procreation, I am Kandarpa, the god of love, and of serpents, I am Vasuki. Anantaschasmi Naganam, Varuno Yadasamaham, Pitranam Maryama, Chasmi Yamaha Sanyam Matamaham. Of the many-hooded Nagas, I am Ananta, and among the aquatics, I am the demigod Varuna. Of departed ancestors, I am Aryama, and among the dispensers of law, I am Yama, the lord of death. Prahladaschasmi Daityanam, Kala Kalayatamaham, Mriganam cha Mrigendroham, Vainteyascha Pakshanam. Among the Daitya demons, I am the devoted Prahlada. Among the subduers, I am Time. Among beasts, I am the lion. And among birds, I am Garuda. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Anyone feeling left out and is eager to read? Okay, it's the last few verses. Try to complete this chapter. Pavana pavatamasmi ramashastra bhritam aham jhasanam makaraschasmi shrotasamasmi janavi. Of the purifiers, I am the wind. Of the wielders of weapons, I am Rama. Of fishes, I am the shark. And of the flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. Sarganamadir antascha madhyanchai chaivaham arjuna adhyatma vidya vidyanam vada pravadatam aham. Of all the creations, I am the beginning and the end, and also the middle. O Arjuna, of all sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self, and among logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Aksharanam akarosmi dvanda samasikasya cha aham eva kasya kalo dhataham vishvato mukha. Of letters, I am the letter A, and among the compound words, I am the dual compound. I am also inexhaustible time, and of creators, I am Brahma. Nityu sarva haraschaham Nityu sarva haraschaham Udbhavascha bhavishyatam Kirti shrirvak Chanarinam smriti medha dhriti shama. I am the all-devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am the fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Brihatsama tatha samnam Gayatri chandasamaham Masanam marga shirshoham Ritunam kusumakaraha. Of the hymns in the Samaveda, I am the Britsama Sama, and of the poetry, I am the Gayatri. Of the months, I am Marga Shirsha, November, December. And of the seasons, I am the flower-bearing spring. Dyutam chalayatam asmi tejas tejas vinamaham jayavasmi vyavasayosmi sattvam sattvatam aham. I am also the gambling of the cheats, and of the splendid I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Vrishninam vasudevosmi pandavanam dhananjaya muninam api aham vyasa kavinam ushana kavihi. Of the descendants of Vrishni, I am Vasudeva. Of the Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Of the sages, I am Vyasa. And among great thinkers, I am Ushana. Dando damayatam asmi nitirasmi jigisatam maunam chaivasmi guyanam jnanam jnanavatamaham. Among all the means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment, and of those who seek victory, I am morality. Of secret things, I am silence, and of the wise, I am the wisdom. Yachapi sarva bhutanam bijam tad aham arjuna na tad asti vinayatsyan maya bhutam chara charam. Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existences. There is no being, moving or non-moving, that can exist without me. Nantos asti mama divyana vibhutinam parantapa isha tu desata prokto vibhuter vistaro maya. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam va tat tadeva avagachatvam mama tejo amsa sambhavam. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Athava bahunaitena kim gyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyaham idam kritsnam ekam shena sthito jagat. But what need is there, O Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Śrīmad-Bhāgavad-Gita Upanishad ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhakta-vrinda ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhya cha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you so much, dear Vaishnavas, for so nicely reading Bhagavad Gita together. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Prabhuji,
Thank you,
Prabhuji, thank you.
Krishna. Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna.